commercial services.
Hello and welcome to the Go Anteater Podcast. Thank you for tuning in today. Today we have a guest that is very special to my own heart because it's Mary Margaret Jenkins, which she and I are married. So it's fun to have her on the show today. Thank you for coming in and agreeing to be a part of the show, even though that you know what the heck could I be doing to you in this interview, this conversation.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So before we kind of kick it off, one of the things is, what's one of the things that wakes you up that you like coming to ABC every day for? What's one of the reasons that makes you coming in each and every day?
Oh man, there's so many things, but I think the biggest thing is, obviously we talk about this a lot. We love working together. We charge each other's batteries. We have good give and take. But I love that we're building something for our kids. So that's really what charges me up and motivates me in the hard times or the days like today where it's rainy and I just want to stay in bed. So
for sure.
Yeah.
I would agree. For me, it's one of those comments that we've made to each other where, like, even if, let's say, an alternate universe at this point where, for whatever reason, ABC was not a thing, right? We've even talked about how we'd want to go into business with each other, even outside of this, if we didn't have this opportunity. I think that really stems from the fact that we definitely have a good balance of one another, where my weaknesses are you're pretty strong and vice versa.
yeah, just a little bit of codependence, you know.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit, if we're being honest.
That's fine with me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's part of running a family business together, right?
No, but we definitely have very good give and take.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. But so with that kind of going into the day, let's just elaborate off of that thought process. So, working together, not a lot of couples don't have that opportunity, right? Where
Yeah.
they actually work with their spouse each and every day. So kind of just, what do you like about having that opportunity here at ABC?
Like working with you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I love that we get to ride into work ride into work each day together most of the time. You know, when we drop our kids off at daycare, it's pretty rare that two parents are there together, you know. So that's always fun. And I mean, even people there have commented like, yeah, we love that y'all are always here together. But it's just like good time that we get to spend with the kids together in the car. You know, it's an extra 30 minutes that a lot of people don't get together during their day. So that's always fun. And, you know, it's better for the environment too. That's always good.
Exactly, right? Every
and
little
then,
bit counts.
you know, we get to go to lunch together a lot of the time. Like, we just like spending time with each other. So it's great. But we also work in very different pieces of the business.
We do.
And so that's always good too, because I can learn a little bit about the business, like your piece of the business. And from what I can disclose, you can learn about my piece, you know.
Or, you help keep me in line. 'Cause
Exactly. I can be
HR's
like,
always on my
Russell.
back, yeah.
Yeah. No, when you're venting to me, I'm like, you didn't actually say that, did you?
No, this is a confidential
Yeah.
conversation.
You're like, no, I didn't actually say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just, I love spending time with you. You're a pretty cool dude. So
I appreciate that.
yeah.
Appreciate that. Same goes for you. And another thing for me is looking at the family business. And, I've grown up here. I've worked for Dad since I was 12 years old, doing various different things. And one of the things that has always been nice is that, we have a lot of wonderful staff here at ABC. We have a lot of wonderful people that have been here for a long time that work really well with us. However, there's just that second step of the responsibility of it actually being your family name associated with the company, right? Like, there's certain things at the end of the day, people can kind of leave their job here at ABC, go home, decompress, come back the next day and pick up work. For us, it's we have
Not that simple.
we have all the liability backing on it, as well
Yeah.
as the brains never shut off essentially from work for it being something that we're trying to build as a family here. Dad and Mom have always had that relationship. I grew up watching that, and it's something that I very much value in you. And one of the things that makes me happy and makes me be able to continue doing and waking up and coming to work every day is the fact that I know there's someone just as vested in the not today or tomorrow, but 15 years from now, what that looks like here at ABC, and us trying to make sure that we have this become a generational business past us.
Yeah.
Because one of the things, if you look outside in all of the country, all different companies out there, typically you start seeing that second generation, third generation of businesses start to kind of decline a little bit. And that's something that we're not going to have that happen here. We have a lot of people focusing on it. We have us focused on it. And I know that we're going to be able to build something that's generational that we can then pass on to our kids, just like my dad's full vision was for our generation to take over this business.
No pressure, Addie and Lane. Not at all.
Or Faye.
Faye. Sorry. Love
anyone
you,
in the
Faye.
family. But yes, it's just nice to know that there's someone that's going through every bit of that has the same responsibility type thing from a family ownership aspect, that it's nice to have that with you and be able to have those conversations past work.
Yeah, we can share the weight of it together. Yeah. And it's good too, because we collaborate a lot together. We bounce a lot of ideas off of each other, and hey, I don't know if I handled this situation right. Like, what do you think? Because again, we have different perspectives and what we do in the business, but then also we have very different personality types. So you're more emotionally driven, I'm more logically driven, and so sometimes it's good because you can be like, why were you so calm in that situation? Like, it was okay to get a little bit frustrated, and I'm can do the opposite of you
need to calm down a little bit. Yeah.
let's bring it down a few notches.
yeah I mean, it's no secret for anyone in the ABC family, I'm a pretty emotional driven human being. I don't see that as a bad thing, though.
No, you're passionate. That's a good thing.
But it's very much a good balance between you and I.
Yeah.
And one of the things, I mean, the truth is, as the business grows, replacing one person is no longer replacing one person with one person, right? So whenever I look at Dennis, for instance, whenever he's ready to exit from the business, he's got a lot of shoes to fill. Not only that, we've grown past where we've been in the past. So it's one of those things, being able to share that responsibility with you, be able to take that on together as a team, makes it to where, I'm less stressed about what tomorrow is going to bring, because I know for a fact I got you to go through it with.
Yeah.
So another cool thing is us trying to make this a generational business past us, right? And focusing on continue the growth, being able to take care of our ABC family here, because if we take care of our people, they'll take care of our customers take care of us. It's a symbiotic relationship all around. But our focus is to be able to pass this down to our kids, which is a big drive for me here at ABC. Is I do want our kids to, I hope that you do have a want to come into the family business. There is a lot of opportunity here. Not a lot of people have that type of opportunity. So I'm really hoping that our kids look at this as an opportunity, just like we did. I mean, this is an opportunity that not everyone gets to have in life, and it's one that shouldn't be just
taken for granted.
Exactly. Yeah. You gotta wake up. You gotta earn it. You gotta want it every single day, and I hope that the kids want that too. Because for us, at one point, we were even talking about potentially not even having kids, and I'm really happy that we've come full circle on that.
Yeah.
Because I kind of like our kids, a little biased.
They're okay.
They're not too shabby. But it just adds the extra perspective on driving and trying to make sure that we continue to flourish as a business, so that way we can pass it on to the next generation. And I would love to see other ABC family members here today, their kids want to come into the business. And we have seen that. We have examples of that through the business. There's a handful of technicians where you actually have a father and a son working here now, and that's pretty cool. That's special. That's unique.
Yeah.
And I want to foster that type of career projection for every family here, that they see this as an opportunity for people to come here and feel more at home, more at ease. Yes, we're a business. We got to work. We got to definitely grow each day. But let's take those pauses. Let's make those connections. Let's build those moments where we are breaking bread. I mean, that is something that's very important to us, is having meals together, because you kind of remove barriers when you have those types of opportunities. So I want to see that continue to flourish and grow here. It's definitely something that not all companies can say they have.
Yeah, no, 100%. And that's kind of, I did a new hire tour today, and that was one of the things I was talking about. I was like, we really encourage people to go out to lunch together, or, your manager to take you out to lunch every once in a while, because it's a good way to get to know you outside of the office and to really break down those barriers, because everybody has food in common, you got to eat. So it's a good opportunity. So, and for whatever reason, I don't know if it's because you're shoveling food in your mouth, but it really does break down barriers,
The filter is not as turned on at that moment, right?
I don't know why. Maybe it's because you have something distracting you, but yeah, it definitely helps.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. Well, and I mean, one of those things where I was really fortunate with how Dad instilled into me growing up the fact of not taking anything for granted here, right? And that's something that we've definitely got to make sure we instill in our children as well. Because, I mean, there's two different ways that I feel like being in the family business you can look at it. You can either be a little entitled or you can be selfless. And the thing where I always strive to do that, because the truth is, for every person that's ever been in ABC, here at ABC, or will be a part of this brand, they're the reason why I had the childhood I did. They're going to be the exact reason why our children have the childhood that they do. And for that alone, I will never take our employees for granted, because they're helping us. We're helping them. It's a whole community family here. That's the whole goal for us at ABC, is to have that family feel here.
Yeah.
Because truthfully, anyone in the family, we're indebted to every single one of the employees here at ABC. And our kids will learn that same lesson that my father had taught. My mother and my father had taught me, because, my mother's definitely a big heart of ABC here, with how she talks to everyone here, how she makes those relationships, and looking up to Mom and Dad, how they've had those effects. I know that you and I have taken a lot of notes, noticed a lot of different things, and we're trying to make sure that we instill it in our career path every single day if we can.
Yeah. Well, I was on New Hire Tour today, and we ran into another person that's a newer hire, and, they were talking for a few minutes, and the person that's been here for about a month and a half, they were like, it's pretty rare that you get to take 30 minutes on your first day and talk to the CEO. Like, if Dennis is here, he wants to interact, make a good first impression with that new hire, interact with them, because we truly do strive to have a family feel here. I mean, we repeatedly, ABC family, that's a big part of our vocabulary. Is it's not our employees, it's our family, and so I think that's pretty rare, and that's, hopefully we always have that,
Are we perfect? Absolutely not.
No.
Do we make our mistakes? Absolutely, just like every other company out there does. However, the fact at the end of the day is that we truthfully do feel and love everyone that works here, because they are the reason why we're able to do what we're able to do as ABC, being able to take care of our customers, take care of our communities. So,
we don't matter if it wasn't for them.
Absolutely.
We would have nothing.
Absolutely.
If it wasn't for their hard work. So, and everybody's hard work. And
it takes all of us chipping in and growing together, but it's just the fact that we truthfully make sure that people feel like they have that person that has their back, and we have the teams that have their back. And if they need to call about something going on in life, reach out to anyone here. Well, we'll definitely make sure you're heard, and we can give you that opportunity in that moment to have that connection.
Well, and that's one thing that I really love about my job is, I get to connect with people throughout the whole company. I get to interact with everybody from their first day to, sometimes people go on to new career opportunities. And so when they leave, from that whole employee life cycle, I get to interact with people and get to know them. And sometimes it's through really great things that are happening, like, they're having a new baby and somebody's going on a leave. Sometimes it can be, the other side of things where somebody's going on bereavement leave. And so, just kind of getting to be with them throughout their whole walk of life, and seeing all different scenarios and really kind of getting to know them. It's really cool.
Oh, completely agree.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but Mary Margaret is our HR director here. I'm the communication officer here at ABC and also the host of the podcast. I want to thank you again for coming on. Would like to have you back for multiple episodes, because I always have fun talking with you. It's kind of like
You're
we're
not
married
tired
or
yet.
something.
I know. We're not tired of each other yet.
No. I don't know if that'll ever happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, thank you again for coming on today and being a part of the podcast. I really appreciate it. And then for everyone listening, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this with your other friends and family, because we're just wanting to have a good time here, have some stories, kind of open up the heart on different things. But a lot of our podcast is over just funny stories. But you got to have those moments where you pause and kind of get to give someone more of a glimpse into the organization and the heart of what we're trying to do and the heart of who we are. And I appreciate you for opening up today and talking with us.
Well, hey, thanks for having me on.
Awesome. Well, thank you, everybody. Peace and cheers. Have a good rest of the day.
ABC Home and Commercial Services.